Hello.
Hey everybody, it's Sunday again. We're back on. It's Blair and
Ryan.
Hey
We're
guys.
better together.
We're better together.
We didn't have to sign up last time.
I know. We've had lots of new people join this week, so welcome.
So exciting. New friends.
Yeah, lots of new friends. We're so excited to have you guys on here. Before we get started, 12 Days of Kissmas just ended. How'd you like it? Hi,
Hey,
Cheryl. Welcome.
I loved it.
You like it?
I loved it.
I have to be honest and say I missed a couple days. It was a bit crazy during that 12 days.
It was, but I thought you were there. I tagged you. Go back and read it.
Yeah, no, I know.
I wrote some really good stuff.
You did write some really good stuff. You were on it way better than I was on
on
it.
it.
Yeah, so good. So hopefully if you missed the 12 Days of Kissmas,
Hey, Michelle.
you can definitely go back and check out some of the challenges that we gave you over those 12 days. Feel free to go ahead and start implementing them now. We have an awesome...
There's 12 days to Christmas. You can just do it right now.
Totally could. You could go back and do it. The next few weeks is a lot of like ending out the year. And then in January, we'll have our 21-day Better Together Challenge again. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned because it's super fun. But we thought, as we were talking about like what's, we're ending a decade. We're ending a year. Like what are some things that really need to be talked about? Well, it's usually like goals, right? That's what we hear a lot of, like goals.
Everybody, they want, New Year's resolutions.
Oh, yeah, resolutions.
Resolutions, goals, what am I going to change? So we decided that we were going to do one marriage-related.
Yeah.
But not tonight.
Not tonight. So you're going to have to stay tuned. Because first, this week, we're going to talk all about affirmations. So do you use affirmations right now? Maybe use it in your business. Maybe use it for your mindset. Maybe use it for confidence, right? I was just listening to a great podcast today, and it was actually with Kelly Roach, and she was interviewing somebody else who wrote a whole book on building up your confidence in business and in social situations. And one of the things that she talked about was affirmations. I was like, oh, that's so crazy. We're literally talking about that tonight. But affirmations are vital because what we tell ourselves is what we believe. Right? Like subconscious, that's like the most important thing. Whatever you say to yourself over and over again, your body wants to be right. You are going to prove yourself right. So if you continue to say the negative over and over again, then you're just going to stay in that same miserable cycle over and over again.
I'm just curious. Drop an emoji or a thumbs up. Let us know, or a heart. Do you use affirmations? Daily affirmations? Do you write them out? Do you say them in the mirror like Stuart Smalley? Do you remember that skit? Mm-mm. Saturday Night Live from the 90s, sorry. Oh. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
I do remember
He says that to himself in the mirror.
That's funny.
It's amazing. I'm going to try that tomorrow.
Yeah. And like in The Help, remember how like in the movie The Help and in the book The Help, how she says, you is kind, you is smart,
you is important.
That's right. And it's important. So it's important that we say those things. So some of us might say affirmations to our kids every day. Some of us might have affirmations that we say to ourselves. Some of us might have affirmations that we say in our business. So we want to know if you do those things. But how many of you have affirmations for your marriage? Right? Like
crickets.
Nobody said not anything. Very often, right?
We're
going to
really
talk
loud shirt.
Oh, I like it.
Why didn't you tell me? Okay.
I like loud. I'm
Thanks.
loud. My wallpaper is loud.
That's true.
I like loud. But so we're going to talk about affirmations this week. Next week, we're going to talk about reflections, because before you start making goals and resolutions, you need to reflect on your year, what worked, what didn't work. Then we're going to talk about goals. So this week, as we talk about affirmations, I want you to think about if you currently use them, how can you start implementing them into your marriage? And if you don't currently use them, why don't you, right? Because there is so much science behind affirmations and why they work. So it's important to use them in your marriage too. So I'm going to give you guys an example. And Ryan and I were talking about this earlier. I was telling him when I first started using affirmations in our marriage was 5 years ago when we first read the book Miracle Morning.
Oh.
And if you guys haven't read that book by Hal Elrod.
5 years ago?
Yeah, such a good book, right?
So 2015.
So 2015. And so it was such a great book, actually 2014. And so it was such a great book. And one of the things he has you do in the morning is affirmations.
Wake up.
Yeah, wake up early.
At 5 a.m.
Yep.
It's 5 a.m. Oh, no, it's 7 a.m.
No, you're thinking the Taylor Swift song.
I love that song.
So anyways, you wake up in the morning, you do the savers, which is silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. The affirmations was new for me. I started doing affirmations then 5 years ago. And what I realized is I tried to do some for business and some for personal. So one of the ones that I started doing was first, you have to know what your spouse needs, wants, and desires, right? That's why that 5 love language quiz is so huge.
Totally. So are you talking about your personal affirmations now?
I'm talking about
our marriage ones.
Yep. So when I first started writing out my affirmations, I made some for business and some for personal.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of my personals was about our marriage. And so what I had to do first was figure out, like, what does Ryan need from me? What is an affirmation that I need to say, or how do I want to see our marriage moving forward? Well, if I want to see our marriage as something where we are, true partners, we're having fun, we're both growing, we're nurturing our relationship, those kind of things.
We're interdependent on each other.
Interdependent, it's one of our favorite words. Then what do I need to do to help that? Well, I know that Ryan's love language...
What would that look like?
Right. I know that Ryan's love language is physical touch. So I do not particularly love physical touch.
You do love it.
It's not, I shouldn't say I don't love it.
Just not all the time.
It's not natural for me. It's not something that's on my house, not something that did my house. So I started saying affirmations of, I am in a loving and physically, hold on, how do I say this? I usually say I am a loving and affectionate wife towards Ryan. Mm-hmm. I am a loving and affectionate wife towards Ryan. So that was one of my affirmations for a couple years straight, and it just helped me. Now, there's a couple things that would go on when I would say that to myself every single day, right? Because I do my affirmations in the morning and the afternoon.
Kind of like a reminder. So as you're using the word affirmation, to me, I hear reminder, right? So we have to train our mind on what we're going to focus on, because what you feel, you focus on, and then what you focus on expands, right? So if Blair's constantly reminding herself that Ryan likes physical touch, Ryan likes to be shown affection, then it's at the top of her mind. It becomes a priority because it is a priority.
Right.
Right? So you have to think about these things, and that whole process of thinking about it and learning about each other. It's just it's very affirming.
Yeah, and it should be ever growing. Right?
Ever growing, okay.
Right. Like you shouldn't just stop. You should always be adding and continuously trying to get better.
Complacency kills.
Yes.
It breeds boredom.
So as you start to make up your affirmations, one of the biggest things I can say is try to figure out what your spouse needs, and if you're not already feeling like you give that to your spouse, then make that an affirmation.
And if you don't know, ask them.
Yep. So you start getting more aware. The second thing is, what do you want to see your marriage be like? What do you want to feel your marriage be like? What do you want to affirm your marriage is? Right. That's a great affirmation right there.
Yes.
And when you choose your affirmations, maybe you're going to choose. I change mine quarterly. So I try to make sure 1 out of my 3 affirmations is about marriage. So when I'm doing that, one of the things I'm also doing is feeling, how would that feel? If that comes to fruition and that's happening every single day, how would that feel? How would that look? What would that be like in my home? Why am I doing that? Because if you connect with your affirmation in all areas, all 5 senses, you have a higher chance of having it come to fruition. So it is all about psychology and mind.
Yep, sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
But I'm going to anyway.
Do it.
So
the question.
Yeah, there you go. Have some tea. Talk amongst yourself. Oh my goodness. If we drop, we'll come back on. Hey, Kristen.
Hey, Kristen. Hey, Victoria.
So anyway, how would this make my spouse feel? And then if you're filling up your spouse's love tank, and your spouse is filling up your love tank, then things just start to run really on easy, right?
Totally.
It's like a whole different level, because you're not thinking about negative things. You're always on the lookout for, hey, what can I do to help my marriage?
Yep. So I'm going to pull up, I know Ryan's like, ooh, what's she doing? So I'm going to pull up starting tomorrow, we're going to put this post in. And it's going to be a fun little contest for the week for affirmations. Because when I first started doing affirmations, it was not very normal for me. Mm-hmm. So I want to encourage you guys to do it. So I created a full month of daily affirmations for your marriage.
You are amazing.
Thanks, babe.
That was a word of affirmation.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And so tomorrow you guys will get this. It will drop here in Marriage Movement at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning Eastern. And we're going to have a little fun with this, okay? So whether it's going to be like bingo. Who loves bingo?
Bingo. I love it.
And anyways.
I do not love the false bingo.
What does that mean?
For all you people. False bingo? People, bingo.
Oh,
and then
really
you check and they don't have it.
Yeah.
And it's
I used to teach kindergarten. We had a lot of false bingos.
I bet.
It was hilarious. All right, so we're gonna make it fun. So if you get 7 across, you get 2 entries. But if you get 5, which could be diagonal or vertical, okay, then you get an entry. All right, so you'll get one entry
for 5,
or
7 across. What about 7 diagonal? 1, 2, 3.
Can't do 7 diagonal.
4. Oh.
So find the
There you go.
affirmations that you connect with, or just choose to do 5 straight or 7 straight to just get yourself used to doing
Oh,
them,
I
right?
see. They have to
So
perform it.
They have to actually say it to themselves. Yep, multiple times a day. And then you also, once you do that, okay, you're going to X out the box and you're going to show your picture at the end of the week. This contest will end over the weekend. So you can post it on Saturday or Sunday, all right? And then next Sunday night on our live, where we're going to be talking about reflection of the year, we will say the winner, and the winner will get a $100 date night box.
$100. I love it.
They're not getting $100. They're getting a $100 date night box.
Oh, what's in the
Worth
box?
$100.
It's worth more than that. I know you.
Yep.
Bargain shopper. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be super cool.
You don't want to have them take a picture of each day as they cross it off and
Sure,
put
that'd
it
be
in
fun.
there.
Do it.
So, like, if you did that, like, just take a picture of which one you did, and then for bonus points, you can, tell us what your spouse said.
I like it. Well, you're not saying it to your spouse.
Oh, you're not?
Nope, it's an affirmation, so you're saying it to yourself.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Like, like when you're saying your affirmations.
I know, I hear it, but don't you think their spouse wants to know what
I think you could totally share it with your spouse if you want to. I think that's a great idea, Ryan.
Okay.
Extra credit.
Extra credit.
I totally like it. All right. So we're super excited to see what you guys do with it this week. And just really take time to feel it, to say it multiple times. So if you pick, for example, the first one that I see is, I show my spouse daily that I love him or her, right? So if that was mine, I'd be saying it multiple times per day. I show Ryan daily that I love him.
Yes,
I show Ryan daily that I love him, right? And
are you going to
saying
cry?
it to myself, no, I haven't.
Oh, my
So I'm
goodness.
saying it to myself multiple times throughout the day, so that by the time we see each other at night, I'm like feeling this extra energy towards him. I'm so excited to see him.
I get hugs.
Right?
I love it so much.
We're gonna challenge you, and why not print this off and share it with your spouse?
So here's a hint for somebody who thought affirmations were crazy, like all that hocus pocus stuff, whatever. But after having been doing it for 5 years, I love it, and I can tell the days that I do it, and I can tell the days that I don't. So here's the hint: is print this off and put one by your bedstand where you'll see it right before bed, and then tape with Scotch tape. Put it by your mirror in the morning, or where you brush your teeth, or whatever. And then it's just like, and you're looking at it the whole time, and then you won't forget. Because here's what happens: if you don't print this off and put it in a place that you'll see it every day, life will hit you like that, and you'll totally forget about it.
You're so right. I love that idea. I'm gonna do that.
Great.
This is my copy.
I'm gonna see if you can do it.
He's gonna see it. He's gonna tell you all.
Mirror, it's gonna be right there.
Yeah, we share mirrors.
Put it in the middle, and then we can.
I think you should print off your own.
We can share. Getting stingy with the print. All right, so
all right,
full
guys.
month. This is exciting.
Yep. So all you have to do is just
very
for this
excited.
1 week and challenging you to get out there, have some fun with it, enjoy it, and we can't wait to see who wins. We'll announce it next Sunday.
Are we doing anything for a full card, like anybody who does them all?
No,
Oh, okay.
because it's only for 1 week. But
yeah.
we encourage you to do them all. That'd be
I think you
awesome.
should do them all.
It's literally, I think, 30 or 31 days of affirmations. So
Guys,
go for
I'm
it,
telling
guys.
you, all of these silly things, they seem silly, they seem trivial, but we've been doing this since May, so we're 7 months into things like this, and you will have a different marriage immediately as soon as you start this. We promise. We've lived it, right?
Yep. And it'll help you realize that you guys are
Better together.
together. That was a good closing,
Good
huh?
job, man.
All right. Bye, guys. Good night.
Nailed it.